Welcome back, everyone. Today we're in the Giants editor, the 10.0.8 version. I'm Jewel, and as you can see, we're on the Jewel's Peaceful Valley map, and we are working over here about near the waterfall on the copperage, I guess you would say, or cooperage, I'm not sure. And it basically makes the buckets and barrels, the wooden ones, and a wooden bathtub, and wood chips. It gives you some wood chips because that's like the byproduct of whatever is left when they make the other. It takes long planks and regular planks, and I've already molded the ground as you can see here. I don't care about it saying the river bend right now. Let me back up. If you're worried about that, you can either hide it with another sign. You can, if you customize it, you don't have to worry about it in that sense. You can bury it. I'll show you this other side. There's another bucket over here somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. I'll have to turn on the thing. But let's see. Let's click on it. There's a bucket right there, or a barrel. And I just left that because I don't want that side to go down that low. But I would suspect you could try and save it with that one. Let me show you. With that sign hidden if you didn't want it. Let me see. Let me open it. If that's the whole sign, you could hide the whole sign probably just by turning that off. But like I say, since it's calling it from the XML, I would have to test it to see if it showed up after that. But I don't care right now. If I want something changed with it, I'll deal with that later. I'll either make it my own sign and put it there or whatever. Or you could make a smaller sign and stick over the river bend part, and then you can leave that part. So I'll leave that up to y'all. But the main part is getting it in here so that it actually works. And you can see it has the pre-placed thing here. You click user attributes, it has the number of the unique ID here and the XML file name here to where you could go get it from the main game map files right there. So what we're going to do is I'll just briefly explain how to get it in the map. So again, if you're new, you need to click on whatever the building is you want in the main game area, or find its i3D in the main game files. So what you could do is just go open your main game, which in this case you would just go open up a file explorer, go to your main game. Mine's in D drive, yours might be in C drive, program files 86, Steam, Steam apps, right here, common, and then FS19's in here. I don't have 25 in there, so I have to go to D drive. Yours might be in one of those. I'm not sure where yours is. Steam library, Steam apps, common, Farm Sim 25, and then data, maps, maps US, and then you could open up the game if you want. I mean the i3D of the Riverbend in the Giants editor. Double click this, pick the Giants editor that you're using, which this is the newest version, 10.0.8. Click OK, it'll open it. Don't click anything, let it do its thing, give it time to open. Once it's done, go find the building over here, just like you see on my side of the screen over here. It's going to look pretty much like this. It won't say two buildings. Other than that, it's going to pretty much look the same. And you're just going to open up locations, open up buildings folder, then open up production points area. You would click on CooperUS underscore place, and then you can click file, export selection with files, and then go all the way to wherever your map is. So take your files, click on them until you open it up all the way to your map, make a new folder, call it the Cooperage, and put it in that file. Type it into the file name box, hit save, click yes and yes, and then it'll kick it over there. Now, if you don't understand that, go back and watch a couple of my previous videos, and you'll see how to do that actual step. We're just mostly going to be doing the XML work on these because I've done so many of those. If you want, you could go ahead and get the buying stations area, and that will get you all that's excuse me, the productions area or the buying station area or the farm area, whatever you're working on, really. And in this case, productions area point, production point area. And you can get all these. So tailor, spinnery, sawmill, rope maker, and all the way up to bakery. So do it the same way. Click File, Export Selection with Files. Take it all the way to your map. So I'll just show you. Documents for me, wherever my map is in My Games Spartan 25 mods. And then 13 would be my map, Maps US. Then I would make a new folder, title it Copper, whatever, and or Cooper, excuse me, Cooper US underscore area or whatever it says. And then after you open up the new folder you just made, so say you click one of them and open it, then you would click in this file name box after you see the open folder would be blank, right, because it's new. Then type out the name of the building and then hit save, yes and yes. Okay, do the same if you do the production points. As you see here, I made a folder, I titled it production points area, I open it, and when this wasn't here, then I typed that out in this box, this name, and then I hit save, yes and yes, and so it put the i3D in that folder. Okay, so that's how you do that. Now we're going to be getting the information, and as you can see, I put it down, I kind of leveled it the way I wanted. We'll be painting stuff later, so we'll probably put concrete underneath there, you know. So we could do a little concrete now, honestly. Click on the paint texture and then come to the texture layer and pick what you want to paint it. I'll just say concrete for now. If I don't like that, I can change it. If you want to get, let me get the brush one open. If you want a different brush type, click on brush type. You can turn it to square, but it really don't matter because the round does just as good pretty much. Most of the time I use round. And you just left click and you can paint this down. And it'll be the concrete one. And, you know, put it wherever you want. We could change it up, obviously. I'll do more specific painting and fine detail later. Not too worried about it right now. Just getting the buildings in the map, so I'm not going to be fussing over the paint job right now. So I'm just roughly painting this area. It'll be critiqued later and fixed, you know. Make it a little bigger if you want to try to cover more ground. And we'll just stick it like that. It's not that big a deal. We'll do more later, like I say. It's not important. We'll actually come around the back a little bit because they're going to be able to drive around anyway. So there we go. Temporarily, that's good enough. Alright, so now we would have to save, but in the meantime, while we're saving, I'll just talk about the placeable toolkit. The placeable toolkit doesn't work the way that they had it working in the Giants Editor 10.0.3 version or the version just after that. So I don't know, they may be going to fix it or they changed something and I don't see any benefit in it right now. Maybe that's just me, but it's not working the way I'd like it to work. So we're not going to be using that. We're going to be doing it the old-fashioned way. And we're going to be getting the information from the placeables XML and any store item information and working from that like on the old way that we would do it. So let's go do that. And you're just going to click over here after you saved, after you brought your building in. Now obviously after you bring it in, if you bring in the production point area, leave it at 0 over here. Click on your building that's within that right there. Click Control B at the same time and then left mouse click where you want the building. And then maneuver it by these little gizmo wheel right here to twist it, and then you know, up or down, left or right, you know, forward, back, whatever. Okay? And get that situated and then save it. Okay, because then you'll need some more information potentially later. So when you go to the placeables XML, that's where you're going to find out what you really need. So let's go in here. We already went there. The path I took you through: Stream Library, Steam Apps Common, Farmington 25 Data, Maps US. Go through it again, or wherever yours is, to your main game file where you installed your Farming Simulator 25 game. And in here, we're going to look at the config folder. We're going to look at placeables, right click, edit with Notepad++. It's going to take a second to load because my computer ended up going out, so I had to reload it. Alright, so we're going to look through the list and find the one we're wanting to add, which is right here. And we're just going to take all three lines. The map icon one will show the map icon in the game. This i3D will call this is the unique ID, which will call the i3D, and we'll have everything working. Then the store item will call the XML that calls the i3D as well. So it'll be all set. So we're going to hit copy. So basically left click here, hold it down, drag over, let go at the beginning, come up here, right click on the gray area, hit copy with your left mouse button, and then leave it. Just kind of click off of it. Now, there might be another building that we have to check on. I'll check and show you in a minute. We'll have to always check because sometimes some of them buildings on your thing has more than one. So let's first go to the map we're working on, which this is the map. Just go through wherever your map is, open up your map, Maps US, get in here where your stuff is, like this i3D, and then you're going to go up to wherever your config folder is, click it, double click it, and then come in here and click on placeables, right click, edit with Notepad++, click at the bottom or wherever you want to put it in the list, and then hit enter. Left click here, right click, hit paste. You pasted it in, you're done with that. Now hit save and you're ready to move on. So now we're going to go double check the store item. So go back to your main game area, go to store items, right click on it, edit with Notepad++, and come look and just see, do they have it in here? And if they do, you need to add it. Okay, so far it's not up here. So for whatever reason, they didn't put it with the production points up there. So let's just come on down a little just to double check, make sure. And they didn't put it down there. Okay, and they didn't put it down there. Okay. Now there's some buildings, and I want to explain something. There is some buildings that don't. I'm trying to think of which one was another one that didn't do it. The rope. I think the rope one. Let me see. So the rope one didn't do it. I believe that we did. And there's another one. I can't think of which one it was. There are some that don't do it, even though it's under a production point. I think it's the, what's that one called? Not the dredge boat, but no, they had the cement one. Some of them don't have it, and it's a different setup and why they don't. I guess it's calling it a different way, basically, from the XML. So some of them don't actually have it. So see, you got these that we did. They already had it. But if you did have one, you would take it and put it in your map. So if you're working on something different and you're just using this one as an example to help you with a different building, you need to make sure. So if it's a sawmill, you need to get it. If it's the oil thing, you need to get it. Whatever, the whole line of information, and go put it in your store items. But in this case, you don't see that CooperUS or whatever, however you say it, or CooperUS place. So that one don't have a store item. So now, since we already did the placeables XML, we're done because it already has the unique ID. Now, on the ones where it has the position and rotation, let me show you something. That's what I'm trying to show you. Let me go back to the placeables XML. It might help. Hopefully it helps you make sense to it. These, as you notice, do not have these same things up here where they have the position and the rotation. So some of these, you see, does have the store item, and some of these don't. So this one don't. But you see the ones that do, that are the same type. But then you got these other ones that have the position and all, and you got to go get that from here, right there, after you get the whole building highlighted right there. So some of them are different. I just wanted y'all to understand. Some are different, some have them, some don't. Alright, so if you was to look at that file, let's say what file? This one. So what you could do is come in here and you can find the file, the XML file, in this path. So we would have to go to the map area, placeables, and so on. So if we go there and look at that XML, you'll see it, and you can tell a little more about it. So if we back up to data, and then placeables, like it said, if you scoot it over, you can see a little better, and you can read it. And then you go to Map US, and then you go to the Cooper, and then you can see in here it has the XML. So you click on it, and you've got one that has the props, one of the things, and you could have used those if you didn't want to bring it in from the opening the main game map. You could have just took this i3D, clicked on it, held it down, and drug it over, let go right here, and it would have brought it in. Now, if you'd have done this one, it would have just had the building. If you do the one with the props, it would have had that, and this one would have had the sign. So that's probably a better way of doing it if you don't want the sign. I think that would probably be the best way to do it. And now that I look at this particular one, so I would assume that if I drop this one in there, let me show you that it's not gonna have that. So what we're gonna do, just for a minute, minimize this. We're gonna turn around, Control B as in boy, left mouse click, left mouse click. It's just gonna have that building. It's not gonna have the fence or anything. But look, it still has that sign. So that building would still have that particular sign. So, but you would be able to get rid of this. So see, you can do it in segments, and again, we would have to, the only way we could figure it out on that one is to test it out, would be to uh, make it invisible. Now we could do that. I don't know if that would throw an error or not. But anyway, we'll delete this one. We don't want to do that. And we could try it if y'all want me to. Let's just try it. I'm not 100% on it, so I don't want to say it so and then not be so. Let's see. Let's make that whole thing right there and the whole sign invisible, because you know, just pretend we didn't want to see it, and then hit save and just see what happens when we go in. Okay. Now, obviously, we would still have to make our own sign. So at that point, if you wanted the structure of the little thing, then you would need it. And since we saved it, we're done with that. It's going to hopefully be invisible. If I click off of it, when we click up, watch, you won't see it. So that's how you would see it. We'll leave that other sign for now, just to see. All right. And so we already put that in the place with XML. It didn't have a store item. It's time to go in the game. But before we go, I do want to finish one quick thing. I wanted to open this XML. So let's open it. Come in here and look, and you'll see it's got that. It's got the PNG. It tells all of it that it does. If you look through it, let me see. All right, what do we got here? You got the i3D. You got all the information, all the stuff that it helps it do, all it needs to do. Okay, it's got all that. It's got all this. Okay, there's the animated objects for the doors. Okay, so it's got all that. So basically, it's got everything right here that it needs to make that building work. So it's not anything extra. You got your boards, your buckets, all the things it does. You have wood chip one. You got all these little informations that make it work. And then down here you have this part calls the i3D. Okay, and then you have the wrench and the unload icon where you load the planks at. So it has everything, and then of course it has all that, which is quite a bit of the stuff that, because it's a quite a big area that does a bunch of things, so it needs all that. But yeah, it looks good. I like the way they got that one set up. So that's that. I just wanted y'all to show you what it looks like. And so once you're done with that, you're ready to go in the game. And once we go in the game, we should be able to head on over there and we'll test and see if that sign's there and get to it. So let's find Farm Sim and let's get in the game. Appreciate everybody. Smash the like button. I hope you've been enjoying the tutorials. I hope you enjoyed the one I did about adding a mod to the map permanently. So hopefully that helped work out for some of you that were trying to do that. I'm no expert, but you can tell in the video I pretty well figured it out, it seems. So just test it out, see if it helps you. Check out the other playlist. I do games, different games. You can see I have several in here. Some of them I don't do. Some of them I have never even loaded. Some of them needs updating. But I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and I appreciate everybody. It's going to take a second to load. I hadn't even opened the game today, so give it just a second. And here we go. We'll go see what it looks like. Trying to get the buildings all put on the map so we can work on something else. Alright, so let's just delete that one. Alright, let's go on in here. Continue, start. Alrighty then, now let's get on in there. Hit start. Confirm. And hit escape so we can have a look. We gotta back out. You can see all the different icons that we've added. It's filling up. We're trying. See, I put that one over on the last one. Check that out. And then now it's this one. So let's go. There's the picture because we added that PNG into the place that was XML. You can manage it, buy it, tag it. You can see it blinks when you click tag. You can click buy. You can do manage, which we're not going to do right yet, and then hit visit. You can hear the noise. There's the wrench. Let's go see about the sign. Yep, it's invisible. So, but it probably still has the collision, so I'm going to go test it and see. We got to smooth that ground a little bit, but there's the stuff. Okay, so, yeah, okay. Don't even think the collision. Okay, yeah, a little bit. You can see you bump into it just a little bit. So the collision would probably still be there, I would say. So you're just making it invisible. Whatever it is you do that to, the collision will still be there. You could probably change that, but at that point, I don't know. We'll test it to see if there's any errors. That's just something random that's stuck there until we decide to do something with it. But I got to smooth that. I didn't see that when I was doing it. But as you can see, here it is. We may not put cement here. We could change that if we don't like it. You can see I molded it kind of sort of. We need to fix a little bit more of it. Got a little pathway out there. And as you can see, you can hear it. Come over here, you got these markers right here. I need to get that cement off of there. I didn't smooth that down enough. Otherwise you would see it all that better. You can see one there. You can see the inside. Let's see if any more doors open. Yep. Got this one. Got that. Got this one. No entry, so this one don't work. Alright. Let's go ahead and go out. This is where we would put the stuff when we bring it, and then you can see it has this sign. So you could make that one invisible too, and then you can put your own sign on top of it. Either way, whatever you want to do. And you can see the other one's buried, so it's not going to be a thing. The only problem I could think of that could happen is if you are, you know how you can change the ground and stuff and work inside the game, then maybe if you went down that low it would hit it. So that'd be the only problem. But other than that, if you didn't go crazy with it, then it wouldn't be a big deal. Alright, so let's go ahead and run this building. Let's turn it where we buy it. Let's go over to the wrench and buy it. Let's close this door up. Look at that. They got it. The main game people's got it going into that box. Alright. Oh, we gotta borrow some money. Hang on, let me borrow some money. Gotta borrow some money. Finances. Let's get enough money. We're gonna get 400 grand so we can get the tractor. Well, I don't even think we're gonna use the tractor this time because we have the other thing, so we don't even need to drive here. Let's escape. Hit this. Yes. Okay, we bought it. This is gonna be where the pallets spawn, and then this is where we're gonna take the wood, which I'll just walk over here and stand by it. We can shut this door if we want. Maybe it'll be a little quieter. Hit F12 if you got the power tools. Hit OK and go to wood. Well, back up. That's not so. 12. Okay. We need to get to the long planks. Let me see. Might. That might have been under there, but it might be under here. Let me just double check it. It might be under here. That's where I think it. Yeah. Planks or we could do either or. We're gonna do both. Just hit OK and you see it fall in there. It's real fast. You have to look. But it's falling in there. Just pretend you dumped that or unloaded that with a trailer. You know. So just load it up. And then get some long ones. Load that up. And if we loaded enough in there, we'd be able to make quite a bit. I think that ought to be enough. We have zero money because I borrowed exactly the right amount. But as you see how it had a thing, it says it's not active because we didn't click it yet. But you can see how much planks and long planks we put in there. And we just got to go activate it, which we can do that in a couple different places. But we can do it here by hitting escape. Go into this and come in here. And then click on the one you want to activate. Then activate it. We'll go ahead and activate more than one. And as you see, we got barrels, bathtubs, they're all wooden, and then buckets. And then it'll also gives you wood chips as a byproduct or an outgoing product. And then the recipe tells you how many boards makes what. You know, this many barrels, this much wood chips. Alright, so let's just go ahead. I guess we can turn them on. Let's just turn them on and then we'll speed up time to see it work. Appreciate everybody. Hope this is helping you get your stuff working on pretty good. Alright. So, let's go speed up time. Because we don't want to wait all day on it. Speed up time. And then go watch the other side. And you can see how it has all that in there. And it's saying it's active. And it's making barrels, bathtubs, buckets. It's ticking away on the planks. And the barrels are ticking up. The wood chips are ticking up. Buckets ticking up. And the bathtub's ticking up. Let's close this. It's too loud. There we go. We'll try to stand out of the way a little bit just to make sure we can see it nicely. You would think they'd bring the wood chips out of here, but they don't. They put them in a little, bitty, like a container thing, wooden crate looking thing. Well, it should start falling out. I'm waiting on it. Big old cloud going over us. It won't be long, it should start popping out. There we go. That's wood chips. You can see. And there goes the bathtub. Getting dark on us. Oh, it's raining on us. Alright, the barrels, it took 1,000. And then the barrels popped up and then the buckets popped up. So as you can see, that's the buckets. That's the wood chips. That's the bathtub. And that's the barrel. So it's just going to keep going and going. I guess we can wait till daylight so we can get a little bit better look. But it's a storming on Jules Peaceful Valley. Look, you see the lights work. So that's good. A $666 loan payment, really. Oh, look at here, the beautiful moon, stars, trucking across the sky there. You can see the light up there reflecting. Got one on in there. So what's going on up there, people? What y'all doing in here? Mm-hmm. And then this is the back. You can see in. Got a little tank there, huh? What y'all doing up in here? Uh-huh. Well, that's interesting. You hit your head on that little thing. It's a closed thing. I don't think these close. That would be neat. Obviously, you can have gates that do that if you make them. But yeah, trying to wait for daylight. It's almost daylight. Up. Let's find out where the sun's gonna come. I think it's gonna come over there. Let me make sure. There goes birds. Yep, there it is. I knew it was. There's the sunshine. Oh, look how much more produced. Quite a bit. So there we go. But that's going to do it. I just wanted to show you that. We could go real quick before I end it out of the game and into the log just to see if there's any kind of issue. Because, you know, we don't want no issue. So let's go do that. And I'll catch you in a minute. Let's jump on out of here. Alright, let's go ahead and go look at the log just to see what it did. Make sure there's nothing saying an error or anything. We could pick either one of these and then go to wherever it is. It's in the documents, my games, FS25, roll down to the log, right click, edit with notepad, ++, hit yes because it's got to reload. And then we'll roll on up to the top first before we really try to read anything because we want to make sure we start from the top. All that stuff's regular stuff. Normal, normal, normal. All that's normal. Normal. All this stuff is normal when you first start. Okay, all that's normal. That's normal, normal. Okay. Normal. That's normal because I'm not finished with my water, so that's normal for me. This, I already told about that in a previous video. That's normal because I hadn't really done it yet. I just was sizing up the ships and stuff, so that's not been done yet. That's normal. This one's normal. All that's normal when you see the MS. This is because I hadn't added all those buildings that's floating in the sky into the XML yet, so all that's normal. It will go away as soon as I do. And the train's good. Everything's good. Normal. That's the one I showed that Matt and Mr. T-Bone made this thing here. Hardware Bob Sell-All mod, and I added it to the map to show how to do that for it to be on the map permanently. Check out that video. And then the traffic spawn thing's normal. I already discussed that about the train thing because we hadn't done it yet, so it's obviously going to say that until we do it. This will say that until we do it. Okay, everything else is normal. And let me see. And of course, it's just talking about the power tools that I used. Yep, it's all normal. It didn't say no kind of error when we changed that. So we're all set. So let's jump back over here. So all I did was make that invisible, but as I said, it still has the collision. You probably could click on the collision, and you'd have to test it and turn the collision off right here, and then save it, and then go in the game and test it, and it should just take it away, and it shouldn't throw an error. Just to go back and check your log, but that would be a way to get rid of the collision. Okay. So just for the sign, don't do it for everything else. Just the sign, okay? Turn off the collision, and you should be okay, I would assume, okay? I don't ever care about some of that stuff. I would just stick a sign over it, but whatever. I mean, if you stick a sign over it, you're still going to have the back of the sign, you know, the shape. So, you know, if you're making it custom, see, then you don't got to worry about the sign being there to begin with anyway. So it just depends on what you're doing. I'm just doing enough to show you how to get it in the game and that it can work, like the XML and stuff. Alright, so that's done. We'll just leave that like that, or we could just make it visible again because I don't really care. And we are done. But anyway, I'm going to call that a video here. I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Please hit that like button, subscribe, turn on your notification bell if you want to receive a notification every time I post a video. Goodbye, everybody.